Hi, this is Mark from the YouTube channel Therapy for the Heart, and my camera conked out on me. So I'm going to use my iPhone. Why not? So this is part 2, collecting evidence, the reciprocal love between analyst and patient, and failing memory. As I said, I told this story before to Jerry, and he did not recall the events, nor did he remember the name of the patient. But this time he responded differently. When I said Damien, he responded Damien Miller. At this moment, he was able to recall both the first and last name of the patient. I brought up again the contributions he made, the people he taught, naming a few names, and at that point he asked if we could contact them and, to quote him, collect the evidence. So we did. One answered. We made 2 attempts. One answered and said hello, and she said she would call back on Monday. And another one I left a message for, to call me or Jerry. So during the time after the video, evidence was collected of facts of his life, evidence that he existed, memories that he can easily forget but perhaps with help remember, people who he made an impact on, who he had an emotional connection with, and who were important to him. It was evidence that he existed, that gave him a place in the world. He did educate so many people in modern psychoanalysis. This evidence, ironically, can be lost, found, forgotten, and disturbing. For instance, many months ago I watched the videos with Jerry, and he got upset, sobbing. He said he did not recognize himself. It is both terrible to lose one's life, one's identity, and equally terrible to remember what one has lost. So what to do? I don't have the answers, but these are important questions to what to do. Do you help remember? Do you help someone remember when remembering is so terrible? I opt for helping to remember because it makes a connection with what associations are there, are still alive, and in this way it strengthens whatever is left of the self. At the end of the video, Jerry says, so the two of us have to figure out whether we should have a possible emotion or not. So even though his eyes are closed and seems not to be there, he pulled together an essential message, synthesized it, and verbalized it. Although seeming to be withdrawn, he summarizes at the end the emotional contents as he experienced it. That, to me, is amazing. When people get older and withdrawn, they need a lot of help to come back, to touch down, and then leave and come back again. They are hearing more than we give them credit for. Damien wrote me and said when he received my email telling him about Jerry, remembering his name, he wrote, that made me smile. And I'm glad to hear that Dr. Lucas could recall my name, so he was given something. Reciprocal love, reciprocal care and consideration. There was definitely a lot of reciprocal love between the two of us, writes Damien. Yes, by all means, Pauline Jukes, mother of Damien, writes. And she brought Damien to her sessions with Dr. Lucas when he was 5 years old. So that's the connection that he made when he was very young, and then he became Dr. Lucas's patient. Pauline continues to write in her email, please include my name in your video of people in close contact with Dr. Gerald Lucas, who with endless love and affection helped me through many difficult years and most importantly gave me permission to love my father. A gift beyond comparison. I first met Dr. Lucas in the early 80s and continued in therapy in school until forever. My love for Dr. Lucas is deep and intense. I cannot believe how much he continues to guide and inspire my life. He is always there. His voice and presence forever in my mind. Lovely to be in touch with you, Mark. Pauline. Pauline's a lovely woman, and so is her son. Eric Williams, who I've met a few years ago, at a conference, he recognized me from the videos. And he writes, Mark, I've been watching the video diaries of you and Jerry for some time now, but have been reluctant to comment because I don't want to intrude on sacred space. However, after watching this one, I am compelled to share my feelings. The interactions you've shared with Jerry over time have been some of the most beautiful and tender acts of love I have ever seen. Your devotion to Jerry and your commitment to the bond you have established is an amazing example of the capacity of the human heart to love another and provide healing, especially under difficult conditions. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity to participate in your relationship with Jerry through these very personal videos. You provided us with an inspiring view of how love is the essential element in the well-lived life. Isn't that beautifully put? And so true. The essential element in the well-lived life. What's more important? Consumerism? That's important, but what's more important than love? The essential element in the well-lived life, which you continue to give to Jerry. I'm sure you would say that this is reciprocal. I love that in his narrative, Jerry continues to refer to his relationship with you and wonders how you should be working through things together. How you should be working through things together. He wonders about that, and that's what he synthesized in that statement. Beautiful, Mark, absolutely beautiful. From time to time, I have asked Jerry this question, perhaps to reassure not only him but myself. Jerry, if you did not recognize yourself, and I didn't recognize myself, do you still think we could have fun? Jerry looked at me and thoughtfully for a moment, and he said, I think we can manage. I think we're managing pretty well. Whatever the reality is, I'm going to continue to visit Jerry on Jerry and Mark's Day, Fridays. If you could send a message to Jerry, even though you don't know him, he would like getting a response. One person responded, this is a class act, looking at one of Jerry's videos. And I told him, Jerry, that, and he was very satisfied. If you don't have a Gmail account, it's easy to open one, or else send a message to me at markcell@gmail.com. Today I took several videos, about 3 if I remember, and broke them. They were broken up by battery problems on my iPhone, but they're here. I'm going to send them and then put them up there. Before I said Jerry and I evolved from patient and analyst to peers to friends. In this video, you will watch patient become analyst to his analyst. Dr. Lucas has an emotional discharge awakened by an exchange between us. He was remembering things. And then he said, it's a nightmare, he exclaimed, visibly shaken. Please continue to watch Jerry and Mark's Day and the videos. I will put the videos up. I think they're very interesting and really, really fascinating about what can happen in a human being and how that human being can evolve in the short period of time that we spend together. And by the way, remember when I mentioned asking Jerry if we could have fun even if we did not remember each other? Well, you remember in the beginning of this video, I think it was, he didn't know my name. I prompted him, and he recognized it after I said Mark Cell. But despite that and the nightmare of excavated feelings, we did have fun, but it's not on the video. I ran out of the battery. At the end, I sang, love and marriage, go together like a horse and carriage. And, in those videos you watched some of them, he would fill in, the words love and marriage. And then at the end, I would say, bum, ba ba rum bum. And he would go, bum, bum, That's what I did with my father, I think. I'm not sure. So at the end I sang Horse and Carriage, Love and Marriage, and Danny Boy. I'm not going to sing that here now. And when Jerry asked me to sing more vigorously, I did just that. And he gave a hearty laugh. Oh, we had fun, even though we had tough times. He had tough times. So to repeat, if you can, please like the channel, add a comment if you can, and or send an email to marksell@gmail.com. And I'm going to sign off right now, and thank you so much. And I think this is probably pretty good, even though it's on the iPhone. And I'm sorry for my old C90 camera. I'm not sure what happened to it, but that's all right. So good night. Thanks for watching. And if you didn't watch, there wouldn't be a channel, Therapy for the Heart. All right. Bye. Good night for now.